that in the black community, mothers are worried about their children getting home from school without being killed by a cop. What world are we living in? That doesn't happen. It does not happen. I am not Derek Chauvin. They are not him. He killed someone. We didn't. We are restrained. And you know what? I'm saying this to all the cops here. Because you know what? Everybody's trying to shame us. The legislators, the press, everybody's trying to shame us into being embarrassed about our profession. Well, you know what? This isn't stained by someone in Minneapolis. It's still got a shine on it. And so do theirs. So do theirs. Stop treating us like animals and thugs and start treating us with some respect. That's what we're here today to say.
And yeah, that's what he was here to say. So this is from on YouTube. What world are we living in? So I just came across it. I thought I'll make a point. You know, this is about forward and up, right? But there's no buts about this. It's about forward and up and about us moving forward. So I thought, you know, it's a good idea. It's good that these officers are speaking up. But if you listen to the main thing that this guy was saying was the word shame. They've been shamed, named, and it's looking really bad on their society. Just think over the years how many black people or religious people have been named and shamed over the years. Now that, you know, the media is now working on the side of those people who have been persecuted and murdered and all the rest of it, you know, now they're speaking up. Now they want to kind of reclaim a better name. We go back into the early 1900s, how many black people were mistreated, okay? How many black people were shamed for being on TV, for trying to get an education, for trying to just have a life like any other citizen that lived in America, that lived in England, that lived in other parts of the world actually that history doesn't always write about, because, you know, America claims that a lot of the time they feel as if they're the only ones a lot of the time that has only gone through slavery and gone through discrimination. But actually, if you come to England, it's the same story. It's cousins as well. But anyway, the main point I wanted to make here is that it's good that they are speaking up, but at the same time, don't think that you're not going to get a retort. You know, you're not going to get no reply based on what you just said. Now, he also said, if you heard him, he also said that the mothers are afraid of their kids being murdered, okay? And he also said that they don't want to be treated as thugs and animals. Now, in my reply, I mentioned this, but doesn't that sound familiar? That's exactly what I said in that, all right? Now, it's almost like what you do to others, others will do to you. Now, it might not be in the fact that police officers are being killed by the people that they are killing, but the way that they're treating people, now they're getting the reception, the same reception as well. So, just if anybody understands psychology and how law and order works, I'm not talking about man-made law and order, I'm talking about like the laws of physics, all right? Science. I'm talking about how God works, yeah? Everything that you've been doing upstream or downstream, however you want to see your stream, okay, just the laws of nature, it's going to work against you no matter how you try to avoid it, okay? You take from one mouth, yeah, it's going to come from somebody down the line in your family's mouth, yeah? So it's all good while it lasts in your favor, while you can brutalize men on the street, black men and women, all right, arresting and beating them up on the street, pushing them up against the wall, hitting them between the legs, mistreating them on a level just because of the fact of the skin color or how they look, or maybe that they're wearing something that is of a religious feature. Yeah, mistreating people, and then you sometimes find out, oh, this person is a lawyer, or this person is a doctor, or this person is working for some part of your organization that makes you think, oh, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble now. Yeah, so now you're sweating. Yeah, but most days, not many of those people, because we know how society works. They don't want us as people to be in jobs like that. They don't want us to be in powerful positions because it makes it easier for their job to judge us, to discriminate us, and all the rest of it. All right. So they have a judgment in their head. And what I want to say on top of this, in that judgment, is that that judgment doesn't come from them totally. That judgment has been put onto them, onto people. We have judgment about the police. We have judgment about the media. We have judgment about how most white people might be, how most Muslim people might be. All of these judgments happen, how most black people. I'll make sure that there's no discrimination in anything that I'm trying to say here. I'm just saying it what it is and how it is in society. And so when people come out uneducated as well, we're talking about working class people, even middle class people, upper class people, uneducated to a level of, okay, someone said to them that black people are savages, and they're slow and they're dumb and they don't know how to think for themselves, or, you know, not given the opportunity to. So obviously being put in a position, you know, when they see a black person, straight away they're gonna think, oh, this person's a savage, a demon, he's gonna attack me, or he's a beast, all right, because somebody said that to them. So just see how the media works. Yeah, when you're watching the internet, how does your mind work? You watch something, you're thinking, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening, and then you might be angry about racial profiling, but then you walk down the road and a black person might accuse you of something, and then you might be like, oh, I hate all black people, or I might hate all white people. And it's because of all of the things that has happened time and time and time way before in history. So it's all kind of like manifesting now. And so everything that we're manifesting now, we're passing this on to our children. So you're making if you're coming from a certain background, you want your children to seem like they're elite, or you might feel like you might be shaming your child and making your child pass on what another race has put onto us as a black race, and saying, oh look, you're just stupid. Why are you so stupid? Without actually explaining what is going wrong in your life or whatever. That is being projected onto you. You pass it on to your children, or you talk about them manning up, or come on, be a woman, be strong, or all of these things have been passed down. So this is why there's so much confusion in gender and race and so many other things, and class as well. So we need to really, really get to the core. This man's angry. He's a voice. He's entitled to have his voice. I'm just kind of being in the middle to make you all see. We all see. We all see. I'm not trying to teach. I'm not trying to preach. I'm not trying to be a guru in this. But I'm just explaining and making an awareness assumption of everything that's happening here. So it was interesting to hear this. So anyway, my reply. I'm just going to get straight on with the reply now, because I feel like my reply was quite solid. And you can read it. It's on there on Forward and Up Freedom of Expression, because you know what we are all about. Okay, so I said, the first guy said, because there's another guy that comes on after him. The first guy said, they don't want to be treated like animals and thugs. Does this sound familiar? The world we're living in is not what we dreamt of as kids. Truth is, we are all being played to hate each other or look down on each other. It builds the economy by the conniving hands behind the scenes, shaming and numbing our souls, black on black, white on black, left and right, and etc. It's entertainment for them. We're talking about the ones in power. It's entertainment for them. Once you have made so much money and gained so much power, what else can they do with their time? Be evil, treat us as stupid humans, testing and experimenting, puppeting, okay? And yeah, so and puppeting. So then I've gone on saying, look how we treat each other. Come on, let's be real. How we treat each other. From the minute there's a facial expression because of a thought that's in your head, you've made a judgment. You either smile, you frown, or you might not. You might be dismissive. That's a big one. All right. The Invisible Man. Read that book. Yeah. It's about the person that you work with, or in society we dismiss people because that's our bullying tactic, and it happens a lot in a lot of work environments. I've been part of it. I'm not going to call myself a victim because I'm a lion out here, but I just manage it within myself and learn how to deal with it. Actually, it would be nice to talk about it and get it out. So this is my way of, trying to be constructive about it and productive. So yeah, I go on saying that they love it. They love all this confusion because through the confusion, like I said previously, it's all to do with the economy. Notice yourself. Notice yourself. Be responsible and breathe. Be responsible for your own behavior. Yeah. Be vulnerable and not fake. Try your best not to, because I know in situations in work and stuff, it's this thing about being a Viking or being a victim. And so you have to become this face. For kids in the streets, they have to put on an armor because they don't want to be beat down, so they might have to carry things with them. And that's because, again, projection, something that has been planted onto our kids. Our black movies, a lot of them are to do with hating each other, killing each other, and what's the other word? Being it's a level of mistrust with each other. So they've been projecting that. But when you watch like a white movie, let's be real, Marvels and all of that, all the white guys are heroes and the white women are beautiful and the black girls are ugly. And no, that's wrong, because they're not. There's beautiful black women, there's beautiful Asian women, there's beautiful all kind of women around the world. There's beautiful white women, there's beautiful Chinese women. Everybody has beauty within each race. So wipe that out. That's ignorance. That's stupidity. Okay? Then I go on saying, so after I say about being vulnerable, stand up and say no. Start healing yourself. Forgive yourself and others. And the manipulative lies. Stop. Just stop it. Yeah? And I've said that. Okay? And project love, not war. Police, soldiers, traffic wardens, gangs, authority, and the media are all paid to be invulnerable, meaning no heart, cold, execute things to make people feel frustrated. These are the people that are causing things against nature. Yeah, like I said here, the work against nature. Open your heart and your eyes, all these sides, the elite and the working class. That's something that has come up definitely today with the exams in England, where you've got the elite doing really well, and now certain channels are projecting, because they've been named and shamed for their racism, are now trying to, let's hope that it's not fake, but project black people doing well and the white people all sad. But they know in society how actually it works. Yeah, because some people in some fashion organizations, I won't name and shame them, I'll just let them sort themselves out real quick before that does happen. But they've suspended and got rid of a lot of black people in the work environments in the fashion industry. Yes, they have. And so now people are having to start thinking about freelancing and probably moving on. All right. Um, yeah. So the work against nature. All right. So we are all human, regardless of what Joseph Conrad had said in The Heart of Darkness many years ago in his 1800s when he was writing these books. They saw black people as savages, demons, and all these other things. So young black men out there and young black women, please project yourself. Be yourself, but project yourself with some dignity and integrity. You do already, many of you do, but I just want to put it out there that you are more worth than what society is making you feel that you are not worth of. Okay? You are worth it. All right? What I was going to add on to this, the sides of the working class, we are all human. It says, I said here, yes, we are, confirming that. Erase privilege and profiling and certainly discrimination and become compassionate to the planet. The planet is where we live. So the planet being also us to each other. Okay? We are all trying to reach to the same place. Be woke. Be woke. In your heart and your mind, marry them together. Because a lot of us have had to train ourselves to be so cold out here. Start feeling what your heart feels like, hand on heart. It needs to be, it's necessary. It will help the planet. You talk about climate change and you talk about all these other things. We are all part of it. We all are part of it. Yes, there's people that clean up the streets, but it doesn't mean that you should litter the roads and the streets. When you're sitting in the parks and you're drinking your beers and you're all these other things that you're doing in the park, whatever you litter you're leaving behind. It's nature. This is your home. This is your home. Whatever part of the planet, we don't own anything in the sense of, like we don't need to name everything where we go and reside and say, oh, this is ours. If it is ours, then show that you appreciate it as well. But what I mean is that anywhere in the land that you go is your home, and you pick up your rubbish, you put it in the bin, you clean up after you. Don't think, oh, these people are all here to serve me. What kind of attitude is that? That is an elite kind of view anyway, because that's how they've been taught in schools, in the elite schools. You want to be like the dentist? No, that's what they teach you in maybe working class type of schools. In the elite schools, you'll say the dentist is there to serve me. So it gives you some kind of superior behavior and attitude. Think about that. So we need to find a balance in between that. Moving on, just finishing off this, and I just said health and happiness, forward and up. Health and happiness, forward and up. We are the ones that have the power. Ending with we, with an exclamation mark. All right. Some people sometimes can't see their ways. They don't know that your heart is pounding from the treatment that someone has treated you with. They've just gone on like, yeah, I'm a bully and I'm going on like that. Yeah. And I do what I want, when I want, how I want. Or they can play the innocent, passive, aggressive person. That happens quite a lot. Where I can get away with my white privilege. One white girl once said to me, oh, I stole from Sainsbury's knowing that I wasn't going to get caught because I knew that I'm white, and walked out with a £20 item. Said that to me blatantly. So I'm just like, wow. You get me? While the security guard, the black security guard, is busy, got his eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? Or people like me. You know what I mean? And, a lot of black people sometimes, not just black people, Muslim people, all sorts. Some people obviously don't make it easy for themselves and then doesn't make it easy for other people, But they're not the only ones who are stealing, you know? Black people are not the only people who sell drugs. You know, black people are not the only one that mug bags on the high street. You know, there's actually a higher number of that happening in my area where I live, and I've seen blatantly white boys doing it. Do you get what I'm saying? White working class, wherever they're coming from, doing it. Do you know what I mean? But you don't hear that on the media. Silently dealt with, silently letting go happens. So when we talk about an unjust, there is a lot of unjust. So yeah, forwarding up, what are we going to do about it? What responsibility are you going to take where, because I'm trying to understand that, yeah, okay, police have got their job to do, and I know you've got your job to do, yeah, but don't just go chasing that black boy down the road because he's smoking weed when actually you can go on the grass full of white people and smell weed and not attack them. I use the word attack. It sounds strong, but I use the word attack. You know what I mean? Or for whatever other reason. Yeah. If you want to make a fair society, open your eyes away from, think about how you're looking. So if you look and you're seeing, oh, I see this black guy, oh, he might be this and he might be, then you need to retrain your thought, retrain the way that you're thinking. You know what I mean? Girls might see men in a certain way. Retrain your thoughts because not all men are the same. Men seeing women a certain way. Retrain your thoughts. Don't just see women as maybe like they don't like to be seen as sex objects only. You know what I mean? See her for her intelligence and for her skills of communication and other things that she can do and develop. Same thing for black people, men, when they come up with good ideas, don't take them and claim them for yourself. Or don't feel ashamed that a black guy is giving you an idea or trying to help. The arrogancy. See, they don't have to, it does not all have to be about the race thing or a gender thing, but these kind of features happen within every genre what we're talking about. So what I said about black people might happen with women, or it might happen with middle class people, or it might happen with working class people. Yeah, working class people, I've seen them in a restaurant. They could even be upper class, who knows? Yeah, but you come in with nice trench coats, nice shirt and tie, and me and my friends were sitting in there. A group of us, it was a group of black. I was with two other girls. Yeah, two black girls, one African, one Jamaican. We were sitting there. We was eating pizza, and this was up West End. All right, this group of white people came in, ate their food, and ran out laughing. They was the people in the shop, in the restaurant, was looking at us all the time. And we didn't know why they was kept looking at us at that moment. But then we was like, oh, we get it now. Who runs away from food, like paying for their food? I've never heard of that. I never heard of it until I saw that day. I was quite surprised, and they was running down the road going, these, these were the elite people, yeah, or whatever they want to call themselves, middle class, whatever. Yeah, well dressed. I couldn't believe it. So we need to stop with the discrimination, all right? I hope you're hearing what I'm saying rather than just looking at me or just judging me. I'm just trying to help the world, ease the world like anybody else is. And social media is a place where we can now, that's why I call this forwarding up freedom of expression. Speak out, speak up, and show it in your actions. Show it in your actions. Because there's a lot of great people from all different backgrounds and genders and class. And in each of those, it might even just be a hairline, but that hairline, fraction of a hairline, can become the whole hair, the whole wig. No, we don't want no fake stuff. We want the real hair. We want the real stuff. Yeah, bringing it out. We want to project love, prosperity for us all. happiness for us all. The happiness that you have and the privilege that you have, why not want it for other people? Black people, we need to stop hating on each other. And I know it's because it's been projected this way. So when we see each other doing good, sometimes it's just like, go on, how they do that? You know, but more like, well done. More of us are making it. More of us are doing well. Whoever's doing well, start retraining, practice retraining your thoughts, having compassion and understanding and love and joy. It's better for your soul. It's better for your soul. Because when you're feeling dismissed and you're feeling disengaged and disconnected, it just makes you a hard, cold, ugly person. Yeah? You're as beautiful as the white girl image. You're as beautiful as the superhero image. You are all as strong as, yeah? And other people from those sides that I've mentioned, yeah? There's people amongst themselves, they actually have a lot of depression too. The men, the army men that go out to war, more of them actually die through suicide than the people that are getting killed, than the army itself that's being killed, because it's too much on the head. Treat yourself kind. I think I've said enough now. I've said enough, but just be kind to yourself. Just saying that and putting it out there. All right. Falling up. Fill your cup right to the top. Love you all. And yes, some things are changing and we're all part of it right now. So we're all part of it. All right. Peace, love, joy, happiness, forward and up. Subscribe, share, like. 1.